big challenges. But with can-do leadership, we can turn it around together. We can fix homelessness. We can curb crime. We could stop corruption. I'm asking for your vote because I believe in a better LA for all of our communities.
I'll pick this one up. I earn 3% cash back on dining, including takeout, with Chase Freedom Unlimited. So, it's not a problem at all. You guys aren't gonna give me the fake bill fight?
Come on, Kev. You're earning 3% cash back.
Humor me.
Where is my wallet? Where is my wallet? I gave it to you. What is this? Oh, nope, that's not it either.
No, stop. I insist. That was good, though. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited with no annual fee. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Every day, KTLA 5 reports to you, to all of Southern California. We are LA's very own.
Guns are the #1 killer of children in the United States of America. For God's sake, how much more carnage are we willing to accept?
Right now at 5, a country ravaged by gun violence after a series of devastating and deadly mass shootings from coast to coast. President Biden calls on Congress to take action on gun reform.
No more silence and gun violence!
Out of class and on the picket lines, student activists stage a walkout demanding tougher gun control laws to feel safe at school.
It's kind of just like, oh, something else to not be concerned about.
COVID cases are rising in SoCal, and now the first presumed case of monkeypox has been detected here in LA County, putting health officials and the community on high alert. The news at 5 starts right now. This is the KTLA 5 News at 5. I'm Pedro Rivera.
And I'm Sandra Mitchell. And tonight for Sheriff Calvin. Thanks for joining us. So much to get to this afternoon.
Let's get to the top story. President Biden spoke just moments ago from the White House about recent mass shootings taking place across the nation.
Yeah, we know that 35 people have been killed in just the last 3 weeks. The president's speech comes just one day after 4 people were killed in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 9 days after a gunman killed 19 children and then 2 teachers in Uvalde, Texas. And then 10 days before that, 10 black people were killed in a racist, hate-fueled attack. That was Buffalo, New York. The president said children are especially harmed by guns.
Guns are the #1 killer of children in the United States of America. The #1 killer. More than car accidents, more than cancer. Over the last 2 decades, more school-age children have died from guns than on-duty police officers and active-duty military combined. Think about that.
President Biden urging Congress to pass so-called red flag laws that would allow guns to be taken away from people who pose a danger to the public or to themselves. He also called for a ban on assault weapons.
And today we have stunning new details emerging about the mass shooting in Tulsa, Oklahoma that took the lives of 4 people in a medical center. The gunman who took his own life as police were closing in on him had just purchased 2 guns, including an assault rifle. He then targeted Dr. Prescott Phillips, the orthopedic surgeon who actually performed surgery on him.
And that gunman, now identified as Michael Lewis, had a letter on him that actually explained why he carried out the deadly shooting.
He came in with the intent to kill Dr. Phillips and anyone who got in his way. He blamed Dr. Phillips for the ongoing pain following the surgery.
The dead include Dr. Phillips, another doctor, a receptionist, and a patient.
Student activists at several high schools walked out of classrooms today to demand tougher gun control laws.
In a show of solidarity with the victims of recent mass shootings, they say domestic terrorism will not be tolerated. KTLA 5's Chris Wolf joining us live now. He's in Pasadena with that part of the story. Chris?
That's right, Sandra and Pedro. Today was the last day of school here in Pasadena, but the students I spoke with say they did not want to end this school year without delivering a message.
No more silence and gun violence!
The last day of school before summer vacation took a very serious, not celebratory tone for several students at various high schools within the Pasadena Unified District.
We want safer schools!
Not long after the elementary school shooting massacre in South Texas that claimed the lives of 19 children and 2 teachers, shockwaves continue to roll across the nation, galvanizing teenagers in Southern California to walk out of class in demonstration. Sky 5 was overhead Pasadena High School, Muir, Blair, and Marshall for the coordinated actions.
I should be worrying more about my academic studies rather than what an escape plan is, and just in case a shooter were to come in. And I also shouldn't have to go on the news and see at least 3 different stories about shootings in 3 different states or the killings of 21 different people.
We are here today to protest against gun violence towards schools and local public places in general. Our message is to get the government to understand that this has happened way too many times.
They're calling for more gun control and expanded gun safety laws, among other measures.
I, being a student in a public school, want to see more change and want to see more action being done, because this is a problem, you know. My friends could die the next